My friends, death is almost upon us, and I mean a new set here with Murders at Karlov Manor. I'm super excited about this, and in today's episode, we're going to break down the new set mechanics, go over some of the latest spoilers as well, and I'm looking forward to it with you here today. Now, we do have that available to you down below in the timestamps. If you got a question, if you got a comment, as always, let me know, and please feel free to join us in the Discord server, my friends, as well. We got a great active community there. So let's get into it here. A couple things. This has had a episode story. That's one of the nice fun things that Wizards has been doing. You can check out each of these episodes. The latest ones, 9 and 10, are out. We got commander deck previews coming in a couple days, and then additionally the card image gallery and the previews will be complete this week. So that's why I'm going to show the first latest, at least, in case you missed those ones, and then we'll come back and we'll take a look at the entire card image gallery and break down some key tips and tricks there, some decks, ideas, those kinds of things, as we used to do in the past. Actually, I want to bring that back. And then the arena release is February 6th, so we're about 2 weeks out from that, maybe a little bit more. What is that? If I look at my calendar here, yep, about a little over 2 weeks. And then additionally, my friends, it's fully launched on February 9th. I'm super excited about this stuff because it's always fun to break down these new sets. So let's get into it here. We got the new mechanics first and foremost. So Murders at Karlov Manor mechanics. What do we have? We have Disguise. So this is one of the new mechanics here. Obviously, there's a murder on the loose, so appearing to be someone else can be quite beneficial, especially if you're, with the Disguise mechanic, your creature's true identities can stay hidden until the time is right to reveal them. I like it. Reminds me of the morph mechanic, if you're familiar with that one. So Disguise here, you may cast this card face down for 3 as a 2/2 creature with ward 2. So that's new. They have ward now. Turn it face up anytime for its Disguise cost. So it's 1 less to cast. You can flip it anytime, so it's going to be instant speed as well. So that's a block flip kind of a thing, which is really going to change a lot of the mechanics of the game. And again, it doesn't say you may cast this card face down as a 2/2 creature, ward 2, then turn it face up anytime for its Disguise cast. Not sorcery speed, any of that stuff, anytime. So that is a big, big deal. And these are the new tokens that are going with it. I like it. Cloak and Disguise helper card. Very, very nice. So exactly, they call it out here. Do you remember Morph? So there you have it. All right. And additionally, the next one we got is Cloak. So like we did with Morph, we also tweaked Manifest. So there you are, to keep up with the modern battlefields. Introducing Cloak. If you're instructed to cloak a card, put that card on the battlefield face down. It's a 2/2 colorless creature with no name and no creature types. It has that ward ability, but no other abilities. If it has no mana cost, in fact, the resulting creature looks exactly like the face down creature you get if you cast a creature spell using Disguise. So here you go. Exploit the culprit. Choose one or both. Turn target face down, creature face up, so you can flip something. So that's at instant speed. So that's a huge combo there. So you pay 3, 2 less to flip it. So a very, very fast way to move something, a much larger creature as an example, or exile any number of face up creatures you control with Disguise in a face down pile, shuffle the pile, and then cloak them. So again, to cloak a card, put it on the battlefield face down as a 2/2 creature with ward 2, turn it face up anytime for its mana cost if it's a creature card. So again, you could pile, shuffle, and move them around. They're not going to know what they are. You can come and block, flip, those kinds of things. So that's pretty nifty. Now, under each cloak lies a great mystery, at least for your opponents. Again, you're free to look at them at any time. You can turn a cloaked creature face up anytime. You have priority if the actual card is a creature card. To do this, reveal it and pay its mana cost. So again, be careful though. It's got to be a creature card. The creature turns face up and immediately it has its true characteristics. This can be quite the surprise during combat or at any other inopportune time for your opponents. Now, every once in a while, a cloak card with abilities that allow you to turn face up in other ways, such as Disguise or even Morph, If you are so fortunate, you can use those abilities to turn the creature face up. For example, if you cloak a creature card with Disguise, the face down creature can be turned up for either its mana cost using cloak or its disguise cost. All the rules for handling face down permanents in the disguise section also apply to cloaked permanents. Keep them clearly separated on the battlefield. That's a good tip and trick right there. Reveal them as they leave and use them wisely to keep your opponents off balance. Exactly. Perfect. I like this a lot. And then here we go with another new one. We have Investigate. So here, returning in this set is Investigate. This keyword action will have you digging deeper into the goings on when you're told to investigate. You create a clue token. A clue token, again, is that colorless artifact with 2. Sacrifice it, you get to draw a card. Now, not only are extra cards always welcome, but some cards in the set have abilities that reward you for sacrificing artifacts. There you go. Instant right here. Auspicious Arrival. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn and Investigate. Here we got Suspect. Are you sus? As they said in some of the comments. I love it. You can check those out in our shorts. But anyway, here you have it. Everyone's guilty until proven innocent. If you're a suspect, a creature, that creature picks up a new designation. Suspected. A suspected creature has menace and can't block for as long as it remains suspected. So here you go. This legendary creature, Spirit Detective Argos Coast, Spirit of Justice, has double strike and vigilance. Whenever this enters the battlefield or attacks, choose up to 1 target creature. If it's suspected, exile it. Otherwise, suspect it. A suspected creature has menace and can't block. So when Argos Justice enters the battlefield or attacks, choose up to 1 target creature. So it can choose itself. That's why I went back and reread that. If it's a suspected, exile it. Otherwise, suspect it. So you can do it once, or you can swap them or move them around. You can also get rid of them. And again, if it's a suspected, exile it. So did you catch this? It doesn't say whenever this attacks or enters, choose up to 1 target creature. Not just your creatures, your opponent's creatures as well. So land this guy, suspect one of your opponents, attack in, boom. They're getting exiled, my friends. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Very nice. So distrust is hard to shake on the streets of Ravnica. Once suspected, a creature remains suspected until it leaves the battlefield or another effect causes it no longer to be suspected. If a suspected creature stops being a creature, it remains suspected. If anything, you should suspect it way more now. Yes, there you go. All right. We also have collect evidence here. So hard evidence can be impossible to come by, but if you want to make the case, that's what you need. The new keyword here, action collect evidence, it always appears with a number. So collecting evidence is a cost that you may be asked to pay in a variety of contexts. It can be part of the activation cost of an ability or an additional cost of a spell. It can even be the cost imposed by a ward ability. So here we got Death Touch and Haste. That's a nice 4/4 there. Ward, collect evidence 4. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter it unless that player exiles cards with total mana value 4 or greater from their graveyard. So that's a lot right there, my friends. That's going to be really hasty and death touchy for sure. Now, each time that you've asked to collect evidence, exile any number of cards from your graveyard with total mana equal to the indicated number or greater. For example, to collect evidence 6, you could exile a single card with mana value 6 from your graveyard. Cards with mana values 1 + 2 + 2 so far, or even 1 + 1. There you go. Opponent has any number of cards, even extra ones if you really want to. If you're given a choice to collect evidence but can't cover the full amount, you can't collect evidence at all, and you can't exile cards from your graveyard. Reading the signs and following footsteps can lead to even greater payoffs. Some spells have optional additional costs of collecting evidence. These spells will have additional or alternative effects that happen if evidence was collected. For permanent spells with such costs, they may have enters the battlefield triggered abilities that trigger only if evidence was collected. In both cases, this means if you choose to pay the additional cost of collecting evidence. There you go. Cases. Really, what are we all here for if not to solve some cases? So case is a new type of enchantment debuting in this set. So here you go, enchantment case. Case of the filched falcon. There you go. It's a long day. I'm a little bit tired. All right. Individual cases have 3 abilities. The top ability is always active. The middle ability proceeded to solve sets the conditions under which you can solve the case. At the beginning of your end step, if the case is unsolved and if you've met the condition described in the middle ability, the case becomes solved. The described condition must be true both as your end step begins and as the to solve ability tries to resolve. For case of the filched falcon, you control 3 more artifacts as your end step begins. The to solve ability will trigger and go on the stack. If you still control 3 or more abilities as that ability tries to resolve, the case will be solved. Now that the case is solved, the middle ability won't trigger again. Additionally, the last ability, preceded by solved, becomes active. If that ability is an activated ability, it can now be activated. If it's a triggered ability, it can now be triggered. If it's a static ability, the ability no function. There you go. Given the case is solved, it stays solved until it leaves the battlefield, even if it changes controllers. If a case does leave the battlefield and then returns its new case, that returns unsolved and must be solved again, as an example. So here, solve for 2, sacrifice this case, put 4 +1/+1 counters on target non-creature artifact. It becomes a 0/0 bird creature with flying in addition to its other types. So pretty nifty there. To solve, you control 3 or more artifacts. If it's unsolved, solve at the beginning of your end step. There you go. And when this enters the battlefield, investigate. And there you go with everything else there. Pretty neat. Neat. So those are all the new mechanics that are coming with us for the murders at Karlov Manor. Love it. Let us know what you think of in the comments as always. Now, additionally here, like I said, the last thing that I want to do today is check out some of the newer cards here that we're going to run into. So certainly we do have a ton here, as you can see, but we can absolutely search on new cards. So here you go. These are the 3 white ones right here. Due Diligence, Crowwood Hutch, Seasoned Consultant. There you go. I like it. Forensic Researcher, Prophet Edict Memory. There's a couple of different flavors there. Projector Inspector. We also have Black Agency Coroner, Clandestine Meddler, Polygraph Orb, Repeat Offender. And here's 8 red ones. I love this look right here for the Fugitive Codebreaker. And additionally ones. And I'm not going to go into these into too much detail because we're going to hang tight there as we break each of these down for the next episode of the murders at Karlov here. All right, Manor. This one's really sweet. The Pride of the Hulklad, by the way. Love that. So cool. And here's your multicolor cards as well so that you can see those, my friends. So that concludes today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you got any questions or comments, do let me know. Feel free to join us in the Discord server as well, my friends. Again, Murders at Karlov Manor here is coming quickly. There's a lot to it. We're going to get through all the previews here shortly, and I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you are as well. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you again soon. I appreciate your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we grow this amazing community here. On top of that, thank you as always to all our members. We do have memberships available to you. It's a nice way to support the channel. And additionally, we got affiliate links if you're looking for cards, particularly the Karlov's Manor stuff. We got things for you there. And on top of that, our socials for you and us to stay connected. I love seeing what you're opening. I love seeing what you're playing. If you got mythic decks, shout at me. I love showcasing those here on the channel. And with that, my friends, enjoy, because we don't want to be sus or suspect. We're going to break it down here and get through the murder at Karlov Manor together. Till next time, we'll see you again soon. We got a ton of great content here on the channel. Take care, my friends. Take care.